So I thought I would do something a little bit different that I usually don't do. I usually do guitars or writing or stuff like that. We're going to try to start a new little mini series about motorcycles. That is another one of the things that I like doing, and I have a few of them. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to kind of look into some of the budget buys, some of the troubleshooting, some of the fixing, some of the information procurement and research that goes into trying to get old bikes running again, right? I am one of those people who I hate seeing either old cars or old trucks rotting away or going to the junkyard, especially if they still have a lot of life in them. See some motorcycles over there? Okay, so there's a few motorcycles in there. So we're going to actually, why don't we do this first one? This first one will just be what I have. Okay, so first off, we have a 1983 Yamaha XJ550 Maxim 4-cylinder. I did a pretty decent job blacking out the motor. When I originally got this, it ran, but very sporadically. Carbs have been rebuilt a couple times. Still, there seems to be a little bit of a something going on with the carbs. So they are off right now. And my buddy Jeff, who you will probably meet in another episode, will be showing you, helping me put them on. And hopefully it has gotten to the point to where the idle return is okay. Other than that, this thing runs and drives, has a small oil leak. Seems as if all these bikes have a small oil leak, but that is the first one. This is a deal that I got a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. This is a 1981 Yamaha Virago 750 V-twin. Runs and drives, carbs needed rebuilt, has a very small oil leak, but other than that, this has been my daily driver this fall. Been extremely dependable, has a little bit over 21,000 miles on it. Still got a little bit of stuff that needs to be tended to though. See that? There's a dent there. I'm hoping this winter we might explore the possibility of new paint, buffing out all the aluminum, things like that. What we did to this was basically, if I remember right, just carburetors and new solenoid and a battery. And this thing was pretty good to go. Had a slight electrical issue that I had to deal with getting these aftermarket lights to work, but so far they are working. Next, there's two 750s here, 1981 750 Yamaha Viragos back here. This gray one does have a title. This one got it to the point of running, still leaks oil, of course, and the starter, you will find out with a bunch of these Viragos, the starters just sound like absolute garbage. We're going to be exploring a couple of methods to try to circumvent that. But yes, this gray one right here has went through a lot of stuff. It has all new internals on the starter mechanism. It has a new starter in it. And it still sounds like a box of rocks being chucked down a stairwell. This one's a parts bike for right now. I do not know the status of it. I did run a VIN check on it online, and there wasn't anything that was noticeable about it being like stolen or anything like that. So I will have police do a VIN check. Then I think I'm going to try to do the Vermont trick. If you don't know what the Vermont trick is, hey, maybe stay tuned and you'll learn a thing or two, okay? Lastly, what we're going to be working on today, or at least cleaning up a little bit, and probably not doing diagnosing, but just looking at. This is a 1981 Yamaha XS850. I do not know if it's a special or not. I'm trying to hunt that down. This is what they call a triple, and why? Well, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. So I got 3 cylinders there. So yeah, this should be interesting. I bought it knowing that it does not run. The guy said that the guy he bought it off of, it ran, but I never go by any of that. So it's got a kickstart on it and electric start. Looks to be almost all here, except it's missing a couple of side panels and the ignition. I have the ignition coming in the mail. Right now, all I wanted to do is pretty much just get this all cleaned up. You see all this road nastiness and whatnot from it sitting. I'm going to try to scrub it down a little bit, kind of get all this yucky stuff off it and just get it ready. So I'm going to try to set up my camera, and then you can basically watch me spray it down and all that other jazz. A little bit of information about this, these 850s. They're shaft driven, just like the 750 Viragos are. Whereas the Viragos were only a 2-cylinder V-twin, this is a 3-cylinder. From what I could tell, it seemed like, you know, from the late 70s to very early 80s, so we're looking at what, 78 to 81 or something like that. They were built by Yamaha to try and be a direct competitor with Harley Davidson at that time for touring bikes. So I don't know. Like I said, this one's mostly complete. It is missing the exhaust tips. I might have to source those on eBay or get some aftermarket ones, and I'm sure there's going to be a slew of other problems, because there always are, right? So I'm sure when you guys watch me wash this, you guys are going to be like, holy shit, look, you're getting all that wiring wet and stuff like that. This thing is not going to have any current running through it probably for the next month or so, so I'm sure it's going to dry out just fine. See how much cleaner it is. So hopefully you can see the difference from the beginning. Maybe I will do a before and after edit. So it's looking better, right? Looking better. And then if you want, what I'll do is I'll do a quick mock-up and show you what it kind of could look like with the other parts I have. So after a little bit of movie magic here, here's what the bike could look like. So the tank is in really good shape, couple of scratches, seats in less than desirable shape, but I'm thinking that luckily it's got the ribbing underneath. I'm thinking that maybe I can get a quality cover instead of that. yeah, not looking too bad. But yeah, this is where we are right now, ladies and gentlemen. So, and this is where I'm going to stop this video. This is the first video. If you liked what you saw, please feel free to click that like button. If you want to see more of these videos, click subscribe. I'm going to try to do a series. Now, keep in mind, everybody, that winter is going to be coming, so I am not going to be working outside. So it'll probably be indoor stuff. But if you want to know more about these old Yamaha motorcycles, or maybe you do know a lot more than I do about the Yamaha motorcycle, and you want to share knowledge, that is awesome. Write something down in the comments. I will try to answer a question. Just remember, there are bunches of wonderful forums out there for the XJ, XV, and XS, and many other series bikes. That is usually where I get most of my information from. So that's it, guys. So I hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon in the next video, and we'll see what we're getting into. Now remember, we might not be working on this bike in the next video. It might be one of these other ones, but somewhere down the line, hopefully we will get all of these projects going, and then we'll have a reveal after they've all had paint and stuff.